What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Evelyn, and I am back with the Season 4, Episode 7 recap of Wynonna Earp. So sit back, enjoy the video, and as always, there will be spoilers, so proceed with caution. Episode 7 begins with Wynonna doing a little demon hunting to remind us that A, she and Peacemaker are back together, and B, Eamon is still a demon with the hots for her. Meanwhile, the rest of the gang is at Shorty's, toasting to Nicole and Waverly, and planning their upcoming engagement party. We get a reminder from Nedley that Reaper Billy is still chilling in the basement because, well, what else are you gonna do with a teenage Reaper? Wynonna shows up and Doc leaves because he's still mad about Wynonna shooting Holt in the back, which seems a little unfair. After all, Wynonna forgave him after he let his ex turn him into a vampire, but I digress. Wynonna takes Waverly and Nicole to a ladies' night with male strippers to celebrate their lesbian engagement, and Waverly strikes up a conversation with a terrible stripper named Dimitri. Dimitri tells her that love isn't real, and Waverly's like, of course it's real, just look at my hot ginger daddy. Dimitri bets Waverly that love isn't real, and Waverly takes him up on the bet, although neither of them gives any specific details about how this bet will work or the stakes involved. Dimitri also drops something into Waverly's pocket, so this should be good. Some undisclosed amount of time later, Waverly and Nicole drop by the sheriff's office to pick up a marriage application and are met by the homophobic former mayor Bunny Loblaw. While Waverly tries to convince Bunny to give them a marriage application, Nicole finds a heart-shaped piece of glitter on her shirt, which immediately transforms her into Pepe Le Pew, and she tries to mount Waverly in front of Bunny, which would normally be a bad thing. But a piece of glitter lands on Bunny's hand, and she also becomes Gaga for Waverly. Waverly dips and hits up the glory hole in search of Eamon. She offers him a pie in exchange for a demon day of truce for her and Nicole's wedding. Eamon then randomly asks Waverly who killed the Clantons, I guess to remind us that the Clantons are dead. And Waverly's like, "It wasn't me." A piece of glitter then lands on Eamon, and he falls in love with Waverly and tells her she can have whatever she wants. On her way out, Waverly runs into Doc, who demands to know what really happened to Ma'am Clanton.
I don't know what the that was.
Not long after, Waverly arrives home, and Nicole is still trying to mount her, which, I gotta say, I don't see the problem here. But just when Waverly is starting to suspect something might be up, Bunny Loblaw shows up with a bouquet of flowers and professes her homosexual love for Waverly. Which is when Waverly realizes this probably has something to do with that unspecific bet she made with a stranger in a strip club in Purgatory. We then join Doc for a trip across town to the Clantons, where Ma'am's rotting corpse has apparently just been chilling since Waverly Bobo brain fried her. Doc discovers that Cleo has been there alone with her abusive mother's dead body, which is absolutely horrifying. Understandably, Cleo is on the cusp of giving up altogether, but Doc finds a piece of glitter and falls in love with her. He gives her a pep talk which he will definitely come to regret. And in turn, Cleo tells Doc about the secret covenant Nicole made with Ma'am to rescue Waverly from the garden, because that just came up organically in conversation. Meanwhile, Wynonna goes to see Eamon for some reason, but of course finds a piece of rogue glitter and falls in love with him. Unfortunately, Eamon is still hung up on Waverly and wants nothing to do with her. Waverly finally confronts her stripper-turned-pizza delivery pal Dimitri. Turns out, Dimitri used to be a Cupid. That is, until Eamon broke his heart, and he stopped believing in love, which is why he gave Waverly the love glitter, to prove that love doesn't exist. Although, I have no idea how that proves anything, but okay. Long story short, Wynonna steals the love glitter to use on Eamon, and everything comes to a head at Nicole and Waverly's engagement party. Bunny serenades Waverly with a surprisingly good rendition of Insensitive by Jan Arden. Wynonna tries to motorboat Eamon, and Rachel, the only person not under the influence of love glitter, decides to go down to the basement and visits her ex-boyfriend because why not? Dimitri shows up just as Wynonna spills the entire jar of glitter, and everyone just falls for everyone. Waverly begs Dimitri to put an end to the love shenanigans, and he does, by spitting on everyone's butts. The gang snaps out of their love haze, and everyone goes their separate ways. And we finally arrive at the reason for this episode's TVMA rating. Cleo has chopped Mam's rotting corpse into nasty-looking chunks and feeds it to her Reaper family/ancestors. She also vows to destroy the Earps, and she won't have to do it alone either, because little bro Billy is back, which means Rachel either freed him or he killed her and escaped. Oh, and Wynonna hooked up with Eamon because Doc still doesn't want her. And that is it for the recap. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.